and get feedback from your customers. Say whether they like it or they have any feedback. So that's what we incorporate. And the business and the developers cooperate. A team together, they work together, right? And you see a lot of motivated individuals. That's I'm a biggest fan of that. The reason is you see a lot of cheerful, dynamic, enthusiastic team members in the organization. Don't you want to be happy, cheerful when you work? Because you're going to work all day, right? You're going to work a couple of hours in your entire life, right? So you want to keep yourself motivated, and you should be empowered to ask each and every question. So the team culture is built or nourished very beautifully in Agile methodology or any Agile organizations, I would say. And you see a lot of face-to-face interactions these days. Even with the I support many time zones. Like I work with China team, I work with German, and I work with North Americans, South Americans, as well as Indian team members, and UK folks. So I work in multiple time zones, but you would see, even having an online conversation, you will see that face-to-face interaction is so nice, right? Even just shut off your cameras, still you will feel that energy and enthusiasm in each and every team members. That's what agile teams would nourish. Yeah. And you will see a lot of working software, and we will maintain it in a constant pace, and you have a lot of technical brilliance when you work, when you develop a software. Won't you think that bringing the technical brilliance in your product, that is customer is going to be happy? Agile teams does it. And more than everything, I'm a big fan of simplicity. Keep it simple. You don't have to do magic, right? You keep it simple. That is what your delivery should be, right? And the teams are self-organized. The coaches or any team members coming from an external leadership team, they engage only very few weeks with any team. We just go there, we coach them. That's it. They take it, they self-drive it. That's an amazing thing that we all should see. Agile teams are self-organized because they get along very well. And we have to take feedback and kind of do a retrospect, and then we work. Agile teams focus on that. That's one of the agile model. And you will see there is not too much of process and tool. There is more individual communication. You see a lot of deliverable quick softwares that can be released, and the customer collaboration has been now tremendous improvement. We resolve conflicts right there, we have a lot of dependencies right there, and we finish it. Yeah. And respond to the changes. If you don't respond to the changes, you're outdated, right? So but how would you respond to the changes? I'll bring that. This is one of my favorite slides, right? If you are, check where you are today, whether you are in the fixed mindset or in the growth mindset. We want everyone to be in the lean mindset. When you are stepping into the organization, everyone look for this, even right from your interviews, correct? When you start your journey in your career, this is what your leadership or your entire organization will look for. I'm not talking about what are your interviewer will look for. No, I'm talking about what the entire organization they look for, right? This is applicable even for every organization, right? If we are in the education industry, yes, this is applicable there too. If you are in the fixed mindset, this is what you will be looking up. When I am frustrated, I give up. My abilities are unchanging. I don't like to be challenged, right? I can I can either do it or I cannot. I give up. You will see a lot of failures when you have fixed mindset. When you are put up with a lot of challenges, when you have fixed mindset, this is what you react. But think when you have a growth mindset, I would say each and every individual who has an agile mindset, they will be in the growth mindset. I am so happy that every day that I'm learning and growing in my career, growth mindset was my key. It is an underlying foundation where I have set it, right? If I get my new things, I love it. If others are successful, I inspire by that, right? My efforts are not determined by my abilities, right? I am strong, right? Any opportunity that I'm going to fail, I celebrate my success, right? If you don't celebrate your success, that's it. You have to learn from your mistakes. That's what organization does when you do a retrospective, right? Any challenges, is helping me to grow. That would be my mindset. And anything I want to learn, I can learn everything, anything, everything, anytime, right? And any feedback that anyone is going to give me, I take it in a constructive way. Okay, let me understand what the feedback is. Okay, let me improve on it. Your customers are going to give you feedback on your product, right? If you take it very serious, you're not going to grow. So you should think, oh, my customers are not happy. Okay, I might need to understand what the problem is, what kind of changes that I need to do in my product. I work on it happily, right? You have to work with that happy mindset and the growth mindset. That is when you be more productive, more innovative, and more creative. And that is what organization is looking for us today. Correct? So agile mindset is more of the growth mindset. That's the lean mindset. Yeah. Eliminate all the waste around everything in the process, tools, techniques, your mind, everything. Right? If you can eliminate all the waste around you and then see what is more valuable, what is the growth, that is what is going to give us. You will even grow in our career when we have this growth mindset, right? We look, okay, we are in this university. What kind of assistance can I provide? What kind of change that I can bring? What kind of what kind of mindset that I need to have within me as well as nurture in our students? When you have that growth mindset, growth is tremendous, I would say. Your productivity, creativity, visualization, everything multiplies. I will also share your next slide to get you there. So, this is like a science, right? You all might be scientifically, there are many doctors here, many, great trainers here. I would say you all would have brain psychology, right?
Ma'am,
So, there is the right brain.
excuse, ma'am, we are not able to see the presentation screen. Just we are able to view the entire window.
Oh,
You have not yet presented.
I'm so sorry. That's why I asked, are you able to see my screen? This is
Yes,
my
we are
first.
able to see the screen, but not the presentation.
Okay, let me do it one more time and let me know. I was thinking I'm sharing the screen. Where you are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Now,
That was my fourth slide. I'm so sorry.
okay. Just I thought you was just discussing with that. You'll be presenting the screen.
No worries.
We
I
are able
can
to
get.
see your entire system, but not the presentation screen. But now it's visible.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
I
ma'am.
didn't expect and sorry for this.
Okay,
Okay, let me quickly
okay,
walk through. This
okay,
was
ma'am.
my introduction, and I was talking about the four mindset, right? It's all starts with your mindset and four values in Agile, 12 principles. We have unlimited number of practices, right? So this is your journey in the Agile mindset. That's what my first thing that I was talking about, right? Mindset is the key. And the second one that I was talking about is the 12 principles. Early delivery of the product, adapting to the changes, frequent deliveries. I was talking about all the 12 principles and the four values in Agile, right? And I was also talking about the lean Agile mindset. What is your fixed mindset and what happens when you have the growth mindset, right? You get in a failure mode or in a frustrated mode or in the defeated mode when you have the fixed mindset. When you have a growth mindset, you are ready to learn new things, you feel very successful, and your attitude and effort towards your work changes. Every failure, you take it as a growth, and challenges, you will have fun with your challenges, and you want to learn everything and anything. And any feedback that anyone is going to give you, you are going to be more accepting the feedback and then working on and taking it in the constructive way, right? That is what lean agile mindset I was talking about. So when we are working in our organization, we have to be in a growth mindset. That is what organization is looking for. Okay, so this is what I was covering till now. And now we are in the next slide. Yeah, we this is more of scientifical theory, right? When we are operating in a left side, it is more of logical, right? In agile, we work on both in the doing agile as well as being agile, right? Today's world is looking for how agile, how you are going to be agile. That is what we are going to look for. Okay, the logical structure, right? You will have a lot of agility, you will have a lot of framework like lean, kanban, scrum, xp, safe, nexus, scrum, less. Most of the organizations, they are using a lot of framework that could be customizable within the organization. Yeah, but all your operations are going to be on the doing agile side, where you have only 20% of benefit. All your process and tools, whatever you do, it's going to be all your agile practices is going to benefit you only 20%. Think, when you are going to be agile, right? You can be agile right here, you can be agile at home, you can be agile at work, you can be agile in your organization, you be agile everywhere. What happens? You will have a lot and lot of social and emotional thing would have been multiplied, right? Characteristic would have been multiplied. You will always have a, you love transparency, you keep it visible of all your work, or you have a lot of confidence, or your creativity improves, right? Many organization, when they are in the being agile mode, they also follow the same principle. Their psychological safety is a, you respect people, and you are so courageous to ask questions, and you be very respectful with everyone, right? And it again, by being agile, it follows all the 12 principles, 4 values, and ethically, whatever actions and the behavior we do in the agile organization, what is going to happen is it is going to change the culture of the organization. That is the key. The culture is totally going to get shifted when you really be agile. Okay. And I would also see there are like a lot of framework that's there in agile. That is what lean, scrum, kanban, more of programming on the extreme programming, feature driven development, and test driven development. Every organization follows some framework, right? Scrum is the one which is mainly followed. But by using this methodology, what we have seen is we have been more visible than before. All your work should be more visible, right? Adapting to the changes have been improved tremendously in the agile development. And people work only on the valuable deliverable rather than working on everything and everywhere, right? The risks have been reduced. That is what this slide, just a benefit of agile. You all might be knowing this already, right? And in the business, what we are looking for, right? This is one of the example from a scaled agile framework. In the business agility, the enterprise, the governance all follow certain rules and responsibility. The main theme that we all look for is the organizational agility. And you will have set your portfolio, like a large portfolio management streamline would have been set. And we work on the enterprise level delivery. And you will have individual team to be delivering the work. And they will be going in some model, like an iterative model, incremental way of delivering things. And overall, the culture would be a big shift there. So if you see, there will be some owners assigned. Everyone has some roles and responsibility in the agile world, in an organization, I would say. You will have owners, you will have architects, you will have solution engineers, you have solution managers, you have system engineers, system train engineers, I would say, product owners, business owners, release train engineers, because you try to release your products every 3 months, every 6 months, correct? You might have a agile release train to deliver your pipeline. Yeah. And every team would have a product owner, scrum master, these are the different roles that it supports. But the outline is, you have your work is all focused on your customer centricity, nothing else. In there you will have all the roles, and we will have a lot of metrics. That is what it is. Yeah. And this is one of the example from a scaled agile framework. I will have the questions answered if you have anything, maybe at the last. So, how would we do that in an agile world? Like like I said, mindset is the key. When you have the right mindset and come to any organization, uh, you will be challenged. It's okay, but still, with the team spirit, with an agile, high performing team, they take it the challenges as a learning opportunity. You don't get defeated at any point, right? Even there is a lot of work pressure sometimes. What I would recommend my teams, just break it down. You break all your bigger chunks of work, break it down into smaller pieces. And what are you going to achieve today, tomorrow, next week, the following week, following month, next 3 months, 90 days? That is how it should be. So you are more focused. You don't want to see a big mountain of work and then you get be challenged or feeling defeated. No, you need to break up all your work into smaller chunk of work that can keep you more focused. A good example is when we have a portfolio or a big organization, a portfolio, a great wing, you will maintain all your work in your backlog. Backlog means like a user requirement. We have a document like user requirement document. All the requests from the customers will be piled up like a big pile, right? Which could be your strategic themes. You can classify that as a valuable deliverables. That is called as epic. Then, then you can divide that into multiple features, right? You can divide that into multiple features and you work, and then features could be further divided into tasks. For example, epic could be 6 months worth of work, right? We are trying to design a page in Amazon, for example. Take Amazon.com, right? Amazon.com, they are trying to build a website. Okay, for example, when they started, this is what they would have done. Or any clothing website. Take any example of a clothing website, right? That's a big chunk of work, which might take 6 months, for example. And there is men's clothing, there is women's clothing, there is kids' clothing, there is home needed items. And we may have some items that we need to purchase for our homes, right? So divide that into features, right? A big chunk of work, clothing could be one of the division. That could be a couple of months of work in a clothing website. So that could be your epic. And divide each and every features: men's clothing, women's clothing, kids' clothing, and etc. Right? So that could be your features that can take 3 months to be designed, delivered, architect, right? And you can further divide those big chunk of features into smaller user story cards or backlog items, which could take a week worth of work. And then you divide that into smaller chunk of work, what you're going to do achieve today. When I come to work this morning, what am I going to actually deliver? A small task. Next 8 hours, I'm working on these couple of items. So you break the work into tasks. There are tools like Jira, Rally. There are many tools that is tracking all your work. You divide that work and then you can break down your work into smaller chunks and you can start delivering it. And your impediments can be tracked. Your roadblocks for your work could be tracked in your impediment backlogs, right? And this you can try at home. I would say if you have a big birthday party coming home, right? Or if any wedding is coming very soon in next 6 months, for example, you try this. It works magic. You break all your work into different categories and break down your work. What is coming for next 30 days? What is coming for next week? What is coming for next 3 months? And you can break down your work. That's a why plan. And that's how I recommend every organization to plan. This is working great, right? And when you want to do a grooming of your work, this is what we do. We do some estimations. We do add work. We remove work that's not needed anymore, and we refine our item time to time. Maybe every week we just do a refinement. Okay, we have a big chunk of work. Do we need anything important? Yes, we pick that. Do we need anything which is not going to be worried about? Let's remove from our list, right? And we do some estimation techniques, which is large, medium, small. If it is small and can be achieved quickly, we pick up that item first, or if it is more valuable, we work on it. It's just a sample, but I just thought it could be helpful. And in the organization, right, we divide our big work. Like I said, there's a big chunk of work, you can break it down, right? This is one good example of a product backlog, right? If you have a, if you want to find a job, right, that's a big chunk of work. If you're going to design this website and find a job is going to be one of your module to work on, right? What are the things that you want to have? Like you want to browse your job, you want to post your resume, and you want to receive any alerts when there is a job, right? For example, if you want to manage vacancy, if there is a big chunk of work, you have to post your vacancy, you have to amend your vacancy, and if there is no needed, there is, you should have to cancel your vacancy. If you want to recruit a candidate like this, you have to search for your candidate and you want to contact your candidates, right? This exercise that you see is nothing but a user story mapping exercise. You get a big chunk of strategic themes from an organization. You have a big work that's coming, a big initiative that you're going to take. We have that strategic themes are divided into epic, a big theme of work, a big capabilities. And those strategic themes and epics are further divided into features. Those features are further divided into a small piece of work that's called as user stories. So you see, for release one, maybe take the release is 3 months. The release one, we focus only on this item. Even though you have mm, a great capability to work on, release one. Release one is like 1 quarter, for example, right? Let's take every 3 months you want to release something, right? These are the work that we are going to focus for release one. And go to a customer, ask feedback. If they like it, we will continue. If you think this is recommend have been already designed or thought about it, you can start designing it. If in between while working in couple of months, if you feel this is not needed, you can remove from your list. You save the time of a resource. Correct? You work on something which is more valuable. I would repeat that again and again. Work on something which is more valuable to you as well as to your customers. You don't work on anything which is not valuable. That is what is called as MVP mindset, minimum viable product. So this is a good sample that you can take a look. So release one, this team want to release all these items, and release two, these are the items that they want to deliver. They plan it. So, and they were able to deliver things. That's what I would say. And a delivery model, how an agile would look, right? You will have a big vision, right? You have a long term goal for your organization. You may have a long term goal for even for your university. This is our long term goal, maybe 2022 goal. You have a vision, right? And you list down what are your things that you wanted in your backlog. I want to have, I want this. These are my list that I want to see happening for 2022, right? What happens is the entire organization focus on your on the same vision and work on the same goal, and you will see a great results, right? You list it down, right? Your product backlog have a list of items, and from there we break down our work. Like next 3 months, this is what we are going to focus. Sprint backlog is nothing but next 2 to 4 weeks we will work only on these items, and we meet every single day, and then we do a quick stand up, like a progress check in, not a status update, a progress check in. Where am I today? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to do tomorrow? Is there is any roadblock that I can help my team member? Those conversation, a 15-minute stand up. That is going to happen, and then you will start with your planning at the end of the sprint, which is month 2 to 4 weeks. You review it. Are we trying to deliver what we are trying to achieve for this month commitment? Yes. You do it in your review meetings, and you retrospect. I would say this is the key. Lessons learned. What worked well for this month? What did not work well for this month? What are the improvements that I want to do? If you take that action every single month, that is what your continuous journey is going to be. You continuously improve on your work, and you try to deliver a valuable product as an outcome, right? If you are not going to retrospect, you do the same mistake again and again. if you retrospect or you review your learnings or review your outcomes or get feedback from your customers or from your organization, what happens is you see a happy customers. That is why Agile is so successful. Yeah. And this is how a team room looks like. Yeah. We have a great vision. We try to put it on boards. We use a lot of stickies. And this is a sample. We tackle all our impediments. Okay, this is our under action. These are potentially to be worked on, right? We categorize all our work. I'll explain this with the wedding planner, right? You have a wedding coming in a couple of months. Okay. You can take, like, this is all like brides, grooms, or family members' costume. Okay, that could be one single theme to work on. This could be like finding a location, venue, hall, food, catering, everything could be one stream, right? What is the gifts, written gifts that you want to give, and what are the other decorations that you want to focus? That could be one. Photography, videography, all those things could be one streamline. So you divide your work into different value streams, and when you start to break down all your work into smaller cards and pick up your work and work, that would be much more easier than looking at a big grand wedding would be a big mountain of work. Organization follow this. They take a big strategic theme, they break it down into epic and features and use a story card, and they work on it. That would be easy. You can practice this in a day-to-day life. That would be a great easy work. And this is how a team room look, and this is how they stand around and they do a stand-up meetings. They have their team rooms. Maybe this is one of a true agile teams. They are not where they all are in the same room interacting, and they are checking on their progress. They really stand. The stand-up meeting 15 minutes, they really stand because their legs will hurt. They don't speak too much. In 15 minutes, they should all update their progress. What are they working? Is there any impediments that they need to help? What are they working tomorrow? What they are planning to work today? Is there any roadblock to discuss? So this is how a team room looks. And this is another team room where, like, they have a good collaboration. They do a planning, they do demo meetings, or they work on the walls, right? These days, when Agile started coming into the world, a lot of interactions, like a face-to-face conversation, have started beginning. And if not at work, they have a lot of team rooms. They have team space. They can draw. They can whiteboard. They can the immediate thought. They can picturize, right? Visual boards are more helpful rather than a lot of statement of works. So agile beam teams have started being more lively. If not this version, right now we have many tools that supporting the interactive way of communication in the organization. Like, there are many tools that's there in the organization. Still, we were able to meet our team members in different countries online. Yeah. And like I said, Scrum supports like top ceremonies. Ceremonies means meetings. These are real meetings, but we call it as ceremonies. We celebrate our meetings because sometimes there'll be a lot of meetings, you get headaches, right? But agile meetings are crisp, clear, agenda focused, where you really celebrate your ceremonies, right? You meet for 15 minutes for your daily meeting, right? You plan next 1 month. What am I going to work for next 1 month? You plan your meet, you plan your work, and at the end of your month, you review. Okay, have we committed for this 10 items? Did we deliver all the 10 items? Are we good there? Do we have any feedback? That is your review meeting. Showing your demo. Team members feel empowered when they do this review meeting because they are the one who's going to present in the show and tell, right? They feel so happy and privileged to share what they have done, right? There is no command and control there. There is more of servant leadership in agile organization. That's what I would say. Yeah. And the retrospect, lessons learned meeting, every sprint is nothing but iterative way of delivering things. 2 to 4 weeks, you work, you plan, you show a demo, you do a lessons learned, retrospect on it, reflect on it, learn from your mistake, and again continue. Scrum journey are iterative. They keep on continuing like a cycle again and again and again until you release. Right? There is no break, which is awesome, right? You will have a break to celebrate. Just celebrate and then continue again with your next module. That's how it goes. So if I have a multiple team that I work, this is how I plan. Okay, team one, team two, team three, we are able to deliver feature one in sprint two, which is your month two. Month three, they can deliver this. Month three, team two can deliver this feature. Right? Features are nothing but modules. I can deliver multiple modules. And if you see, sprint 3, team 2 has feature number 11, but they are also dependent on this feature. So what means feature 11 have to be delivered first and feature 3 will be delivered next. So they manage their dependency very well so that there is no too much of risks associated to this. Right? So this is a good release planning. This is a release planning module which you will be doing in an organization, and you can do this try at home too. Right? It works. This is a good tool. There are a lot of tools in market that is supporting all your vision into picture. Right? If you are doing something for Q3, Q4, Q1, Q2, so you can deliver your work or streamline your work, and you can define, okay, for marketing team these are the things in backlog, sales team this one is in the backlog means which is kept aside, not ready to work. If you move the cards in progress, it means you're working on it. Right? If you say market complete, it means you completed the work. Kanban is so simple. It is visually telling you this is my work, these are my in progress, currently I'm working on it, this I am completed. You can do this for anything, even at home, even at your work. Okay, these are my in progress, this is what I'm working on it, this is what I completed, so you know what is there remaining. Kanban way is a simple way. You can do this at anywhere, even at your workspace just behind you, you can do this. Put some stickies on the wall like we saw. It is going to visually you will see it is going to be helpful, and you'll see a tremendous improvement in your productivity. Yeah. And some dashboards, not to scare you all, but I thought it would be nice to share. This is all coming in the agile way of working, since it would be interesting for you all to know. And you all will be coached, guided with your scrum leads. Okay, you don't have to do anything. If you are having a right mindset, right attitude to learn the tools, techniques that the organization is going to give you, I'm telling you, only that is needed. Nothing else is needed. You just go with that passion, with that mindset, that growth mindset that we were talking about. That is what an agile organization looks. Even while studying, if we follow that agile mindset, you will be having a tremendous growth in what you're going to do, right? And your passion increases a lot. And you'll be smiling whatever work comes, right? You don't get defeated at all, right? And also do some physical workouts that can really keep your mindset very good, and your food also matters, right? So this is one of the dashboard that a team is working on. They have a lot of bugs. So last month they had 120 to 121 bugs. So current month they have 121, and the last month they had like 92 bugs. There are bugs that have been closed, and there is a planned work, closed tasks. So designer 1, designer 2, designer 3, they have planned this much of work and they have closed. What is their success rate? And bug status, and what are the tasks that is in progress, validated state, open, it is on hold. You When we bring up this dashboard to our leaders, it just works magic. Okay, I think I'm on time here, but I will answer all your questions. The last technique that we use is the prioritization, right? You have thousand things to work on, right? But you prioritize your work. That's called as the mascot technique. Many organization follows this. This is one of the prioritization technique. Must haves, should have, could have, and will not have. Right? If you break up your work into this prioritization mode, you know exactly what is needed for the next couple of months. Right? You can do the same thing for your own personal things also. Right? You prioritize your work. What are the must thing that I want? Okay, we have mobile phones, right? That is a must have, right? We need to have a mobile phone. Yes. Do we need to have a smartphone? Yes. That is a must have. Do we need to have iPhone XR? No. That is nice to have. Do you see the difference? What I'm trying to say? That is must haves and nice to have. We need to have a laptop for us to work on online, right? Yes, that is a must have. Do you need an Apple laptop? That is nice to have, right? So we do a lot of prioritization in our work, and that you can, analyze and then see what is must have, what you should have, what you could have, nice to have, right? So must haves means this is non-negotiable product, you need to work on it, and it is a mandatory, right? If you have 10 items to work on, if you classify top 3 must haves, that comes as must haves, right? Should have initiative that is viable but it is not providing much adding significant value, then okay, let's take that as a second priority. Could have is nice to have, right? You will have it, even a small impact, it is not something which is going to affect your deliverables. Okay, it's you could have. Will to have, would have or will to have, it's not of priority, right? You don't have to work maybe now, you can work it later, right? If you divide all your work in this fashion, it makes a big difference even in your delivery. If you work even your day-to-day life, right, if you can prioritize all your big Himalayan work into smaller chunk of work, uh, you can do that. I would say the mindset is the best. Your mindset makes a big difference in any world. Agile mindset or a growth mindset is must need to be, you be that catalyst for the change. And any actions or any behavior that you are going to do in a day-to-day life or for your organization, a cultural shift is going to happen in the way that you work and the way that you deliver, which will give that 200% benefit. If you are going to do agile, it is just 20%. You follow all the process tools and you're done there. But if you're going to be agile, you will see 200% of happiness, 200% of creativity, 200% of improvements in the day to day work. And we have seen that 20 is doing agile, 200 is being agile. So I would end my note saying that this is going to be a great journey when you jump, when wherever you are. Agile works in industry of physics, chemistry, science. It's working everywhere. HR, computer field, textile industry. Agile works everywhere. I work in an automotive industry. It works great. Right? BMW have have gone 100% agile. Microsoft have gone 100% agile in 7 years of the transformation. So we try to build a lot of COE, lot of practices in the organization, and then we do work on transformations. So looking forward to meet you all in another sessions, but I would be happy to take up any questions because we are on time. I don't want you all to be late for your bus. I know it is already late, but I'll be happy to take up any questions right now.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. First, I'll have a question,
Yeah.
right? Ma'am, even we have to be in an agile mindset to process our work. I think so.
You're
Even
right.
we are loaded with many work pressure, and we have to be in an agile mindset to follow all that. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Ma'am, you have told about tools in agile. Can I know what are the tools available?
So there are many tools in the market, right? Jira is one of the project management tracking tool. JIRA, Jira,
Jira.
right?
Okay, ma'am.
Rally is another tool that's popularly used in the industry, right? Version 1 is another tool. Team Foundation Service, TFS is another tool. But mostly many organizations use Rally, they use Jira. And each and every tool you can have an add-ons, right? You can buy some extra software and add it to the software to see portfolio level tracking, project level tracking. If you want to generate some reports and dashboards like what I have shown you, all the tools have that flexibility to have some add-ons. So Rally and Jira would be the starting point, I would say. You can use that in your organization, so it helps.
Okay, ma'am, fine. Because we have a course, Agile Software Engineering, in our curriculum, we don't have tool for that. That's why I've asked what are the tools available so that we can incorporate in our curriculum the tools. The best tool you are saying is Rally, is it, ma'am?
Best one, Jira. Go for
For
Jira because that is
Jira. Okay, fine.
user friendly as well as interactive. So it is going to be like a quick journey. In a day, people will learn. So JIRA, Jira, Atlassian tool.
Okay, ma'am, fine, fine. Thank you. Any other questions from the audience?
Any questions from anyone? Akshaya, do you have any questions? Sneha, do you have any questions? Do you have
I
any
just
feedback for
I
me?
just asked question for Akshya, ma'am. Ma'am, what are the certifications available for Scrum? Where we can do the certification?
Correct. So there are a lot of certifications. Great question. So Scrum, to know end-to-end Scrum, you can go for Scrum Certified. Scrum certification. Certified Scrum Master, that's called as CSM. Certified Product Owner, to know about the business and deliverables, to handle your vision, you can go for CSPO. And there are like a big list. I have done all the certifications that's available in the market,
Super.
so I can send you the list. But
Okay,
top
ma'am.
two,
Okay.
I would say, is CSM and CSPO. So Scrum certified, certified Scrum Master and certified Product Owner. And I'm a Agile Coach certified, certified Agile Leadership Trainer, and I'm a certified Agile Coach. So you can do a lot of, when you get grow in your career. But I would start with CSM, certified Scrum Master.
Okay, ma'am. Fine, fine, fine.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the audience?
No, at least I would like to speak to one student to ask question today because I ended up the meeting early just for your bus. So you guys have to ask me one questions. At least one or two.
Anyone from the students? Sanjay?
Sanjay, you are spot on. Where are you?
Sanjay, Nandini, they will ask questions during the class time, ma'am. That's why
Yes, please.
they will interact very well.
Very
Anyone?
well.
Others?
This session is not complete without your questions. So any questions from
Madam,
you, professors?
I'm Manju, placement director. Just have a question on behalf of my students.
Yes.
Year on year, we have more students getting placed. In case if when they join the multinational companies, is agile training given to them?
Yes, agile training is given to them. Every team will go through a journey of transformation through with the coach. Yes, the trainings will be provided, and the coaches will be engaged when you deliver the project to streamline. Every organization follows different standards, the same methodology. So yes, the training will be provided, but one thing that you can take it from here is the agile mindset. Have the agile mindset culture in your students. I think that can bring them, the journey would be easy in their career. Yes. Thanks for the question.
What is the duration of training in case if a fresher wants to learn, graduate from a college, what is the time taken to learn this agile methodology?
Okay. See, agile, even today you can start and pick it up, right? You don't have to learn any tools and technique, but the Scrum is one suggested way that you can do a Scrum certified, right? Some certification takes only 2 days. If you like to know, it will be an interactive session and you can finish your exams and get certified too. Or there are a lot of websites available for Scrum from the certified resources. You can take and pick it up and start working on it. It doesn't need any time. You can start from today. And like I said, Scrum works at home, Agile works at home. You can work it out anywhere, and it doesn't take more time. But when you come to the organization, Agile coaches will be engaged, and it takes like a couple of months to work with your coach to deliver your product because they handhold you until you deliver things, right? It takes couple of months, 3 to 6 months with a coach in the organization. But outside world, you can start even today. You don't have to wait. But I can send you some good resources that you can self study, and I will share it with Dr. Jayanti ma'am, and she
Sure,
can show
sure,
you.
ma'am. Ma'am, and also you just please send me some certification list too. It helps students
Yes.
to do it.
Yes. Also, the organization which offers a good
Ah,
training,
yes.
I can do that, and that's all available in India. I can do that. Yes.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, sure, sure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any other question? Yes, Kana? Yes. Okay, ma'am. I'll just over to Dr. Padma Priya, BCA HOD, to present the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. R. Patmapriya and I am here to present the vote of thanks for today's webinar. I would like to thank our chief guest, Ms. Anna Palnivelu, for enlightening us with her knowledge. Today's webinar was full of knowledge and interesting things. It gave deep insights into the topic and also revealed some interesting facts. The points where Ms. Anna Palnivelu told us about the agile mindset, agile methodology was really informative. She visualized the stand-up meeting, team room, and teaches how to plan, prioritize, and complete the work. I'm pretty sure the precious knowledge that our chief guest gave us will definitely help us in our studies and future. Once again, I would like to thank our chief guest for taking out time from her busy schedule and enlightening us with the knowledge. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are thankful to our Honorable Trustee Sir and Secretary Madam for their motivation. I would like to thank to our Principal Sir and Vice Principal Sir for their continuous support. I would like to thank DBT Coordinator Dhanabalan Sir, Department Coordinator and Convener Dr. Jayanti Madam for organizing this webinar session, and Prabhakaran Sir for coordination. And I also thank the Administrative Director Dr. DFS Christopher Sir, Academic Director Dr. Yamini Ma'am, Placement Coordinator Manchu Ma'am, Suganya Ma'am, Mageshwari Ma'am, and Grace Padma Ma'am, and all the faculty members to grace this webinar. Also, my thanks to all the students present here for paying your attention and learning. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Padma Priya ma'am, and I thank the entire crew here, and I thank you, and I feel so privileged to be here with you all. And maybe next session you come up with all the questions, and I'll be happy to answer all the real time experience that we go through. Right, the more the theoretical knowledge you already have, now it's time for us to know the real world, where it is used, how it is used. I'll be happy to answer all your questions, but thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be with you all. And it's a great learning. And I hope this session was really informative. Feel free to, contact me for any questions. And I'll be happy to assist you anytime. Yeah. Thank you so much. And looking forward to meet you all again.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Really a very good session. Thanks a lot, ma'am. We'll keep in touch for the upcoming sessions too. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you
Dear
so much.
students, feedback link will be posted in your class group. Fill the link and send it. Right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.